We all know what it's like to be busy and to be stressed. And I don't know about you, but in the times when I am the most busy, I am like everything is just so chaotic. It feels so chaotic. I don't have like peace. It's just a lot that feels like it's going on when I'm busy. And then when I am stressed, it is just like, it is really, really hard to think. It's hard to process. It's hard to manage my emotions. It's just really hard to do so many things. And so today in the episode of the You, Me, and Jesus podcast, we're going to talk about ways to handle busyness and to handle stress. So welcome back to another episode of the You, Me, and Jesus podcast, where we talk about all things that's you, me, and Jesus. So, on this show, we're always talking about the practical things of living this life as a Christian, but also we talk about, living this life and like doing it the right way, God's way, so to speak. Now, this show, I am not perfect here. This is just me sharing and talking about all the things. And so that's why today we are talking about stress and busyness. And so if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. That way you're always updated every single time we have a new episode. So there's always a lot going on. Okay. At the time of me recording this episode, it is 2 days before I have a major surgery. I have never had surgery before. And so I am stressed to the max and I am incredibly busy. And so because of that, I have found myself just like being short with people. I have found myself not like being able to gain my balance. I have found myself like not eating well, not exercising, not sleeping well, forgetting to do certain things because it's a very, very stressful time before I have the surgery. Now, while you are watching or listening to this, I've already had it and I'm healing, but the process is very, very stressful and it caused me to be extremely busy because I have a business. And in order for my business to run and my team to be able to operate in the business with my absence, I had so many things that I needed to do before I had surgery. And so in addition to the things for my business, I still had to work with my clients. I'm still the face of the company, so I still had to create things for marketing that was happening currently. I also had to work on all the things that my doctor needed me to do to prepare for surgery, testing and all that, and preparing my house and having every single thing I could possibly think of in the house for recovery. I had to watch a ton of different videos from all these people on YouTube that had the exact same surgery that could lead and guide me through things that they wish they would have done or things that they did do. And so all of that plus the stress and anxiety of just having surgery, it was insane. And as I'm recording this, I'm like, it still feels insane. But here is some of the things that I did, to prepare for all of this that was to happen. So one of the first things that I did was I had to say to myself, okay, I am getting ready to go into a busy time, a stressful time. I've got to prepare for this. And so the first thing I did was I talked to my team and I said, here's what's happening. Here's what I'm going to need to do. I don't have it all planned out, but I'm going to plan it. But I just need you to know, I need you to ask yourself, make a list of questions that you need to know from me if you are going to be out. So if I'm going to be out or whatever, like what questions do you need to ask me in advance so that way you have what you need while I'm out. Then I had to make a list of what is it that I need to do in order for my team to be able to operate in my absence. Okay. Then there was what all do I want to accomplish, by the time I have this surgery outside of my team. All right. Then I had to make a list of, okay, what type of help do I need in my house, right? How long do I need help? I had to go, okay, who do I know that could possibly give me help? What groups am I a part of that I can actually speak to the groups and say, hey, I am going to need support with this, this, and this. So I had to make all these lists. Okay. So that meant I had to be in my right mind to make those lists. So before starting to make all those lists, I had to go, God, I am stressed. I am anxious. I am afraid of having surgery. I don't know what's going to happen. I had to just dump all of everything that I was feeling onto God First thing I did was journal it. And I talk about journaling all the time, but I was like, I've got to journal it. I've got to get all this stuff out, because if it's out of my head, it's out of my heart, and it's on paper, then I'm like, right? And so once I journaled it, then I just cried about it. It was like, here's all this stuff that has to happen. And I'm like, how in the world is all this stuff going to happen? So stressed, okay? And I just said, okay, like, I just cried and cried and cried, because I believe in releasing stress, releasing anxiety, releasing emotions through crying, right? And I just cried and cried and cried and cried and cried. Then I said, okay, God, let's talk about this while I'm crying. And, just talk to him about everything that I'm feeling and thinking and all that. Once all of that kind of got out, every single day, like every day, including this morning, I then said, okay, now let's start making this list. My team, go and make your list, and make it a long list, okay? Then I was like, okay, I have podcasts for You, Me, and Jesus, podcasts for my business, things for my YouTube channel, all this stuff, okay? And I was like, okay, I'm going to put an exhaustive list of trying to get everything done for the whole month of December. Just all of it. And then I was like, okay, every single day I'm going to record videos. I normally do not record videos every day. I just don't. But I was like, if this is going to happen, I'm going to record videos every single day. So, because I would already put on clothes every day, but it was like, before I sit down, record a video. And I just started doing it every single day, every single day, every single day. Was it exhausting? Yes. There were some days where I was just like, I don't really have it in me to do a video today. And guess what I did? I didn't do a video, because I was like, I'm not going to overwhelm myself, right? So my point is, I just start going down the list. And then once my team gave me their list, I just took their entire list and I just answered every single question. I was like, boom, done. And I just kept meeting with them on a regular basis. Do you have what you need? Do you have what you need? And all that type of stuff, right? When it came to my doctor's appointments, I was just like staying on them, like, what do we need to do? What's this? What's that? And just staying on stuff and getting all of my things done there. Then I was like, okay, instead of like scrolling at night, I am actually going to spend time watching videos on YouTube of all these women telling me what they did when they were having their surgery. And then I was like, okay, start making a list of all the things that they said. And so once I started making those lists, and I was like, all right, time to go to Amazon. And then I started going on Amazon and buying all these things, buying all the things that they said that they used, things that they wish they had done and things that they actually did. And it just made this, and I just started going down this list, ordering all these things, just going down, 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 down. Then I made a list for my doctor of questions. I had one final conversation with him, and I said, I've got a lot of questions. He said, shoot. I said, I'm getting ready to record. So I started recording the audio, and I was like, what about this? And I'm just going and going, getting all of my questions answered so that I had what I needed, right? And so then from there, I was like, let's just keep going, right? And then I was like, okay, what's going to happen in my house? Like, okay, Dr. Janelle's going to be here, so let me, like, instead of me having to clean the whole house to prepare for somebody being here, how can I find somebody to clean the house? So I was like, let me just go to Groupon. Went on Groupon, found a special, hired a cleaner. They came in yesterday cleaning the house while I'm in here recording videos, And then somebody was like, well, how can I help you right now? Here's what you can help me with. You can come over and help me with this, this, and this, right? And so instead of me, like, doing it all by myself, then I started garnering support. I started saying, hey, I'm going to need support. Does anybody have space to be able to help me some of these days? Yes, I can help. I said, okay, I'm going to create a WhatsApp chat and I'll put everybody in WhatsApp, because when I have surgery, I'm going to be out of it and nobody's going to have my phone. So if y'all can just talk in this WhatsApp chat, everybody's going to be on one accord. So then I created this WhatsApp chat, and every group that I've been a part of and people I've connected with that said, how can I help? I said, I can put you into the WhatsApp chat. And I just kept putting people into the WhatsApp chat to where right now we've got like 36 people in this chat. So somebody's going to be with me for a week, and then we have everybody else in this chat. And so like, I'm just organizing all the things. So my whole point I'm telling you about all of this is because there's so much that's going on, and there's so much that's going on with you and your life. And the only way you're going to be able to handle stressful times, busy times, if you've got to get some level of organization, you've got to have a space to be able to process your emotions. And that's why I recommend journaling and prayer and crying and all that, because otherwise, when we are not processing our emotions, when we're not planning and doing things one day at a time, then we get so overwhelmed, and then all this stuff starts to happen, right? Whatever it is that you do, all this stuff starts to happen because we're not actually like allowing ourselves to get what we need during a stressful time. I am highly stressed. And anybody that asks me, say, are you afraid? Yes. Are you stressed? Yes. But here is what I'm doing. And they say, well, how can I help? I would love your help. So when anyone asks, how can I help? I say, oh my God, I would love your help. Can I add you to the WhatsApp chat? And it'll tell you all things I need help with. And so then, listen, I have church tomorrow. We probably will have like 40 people by the time all this is over with. And I'll be able to say, here is everybody. I'm going to need help at least the first 3 weeks very heavily. And then the last 3 weeks, I just need some support here and there with this, and this. Right? But it is because I am first being in tune with myself, with what is going on, what it is that I'm feeling, acknowledging that I can't do this by myself, that I need supernatural help, and that I need physical help with people. And so I am like, okay, so this is what we're doing in order to be able to manage what's getting ready to happen with my surgery, you know? And so I say all this to say that God wants to be there for you. Like, and he will comfort you. He will bring you tools and all the type of stuff. But you also have to allow yourself to go into the practical things and find ways to get what you need to get done strategically. Okay. And it's just by asking people for help, saying no to the things that you can no longer do. It's like I was supposed to have a meeting with my mentor. And I said, hey, I'm really stressed. I'm really anxious. I got a lot of appointments coming up. Can we meet after my surgery? And he said, absolutely. Somebody else was like, hey, can we meet for like this brand? I was like, listen, I don't have it right now, but if we can meet the 3rd week of December, I can do that. And I am just telling everybody, here's what's happening in my life right now. I could use this kind of support. I can't do any of that until da-da-da-da. Right? But that is me being extremely self-aware on who I am, what's going on, how I'm feeling, and then communicating that to people. And as a result, people are going, oh, I got it. I see it. And they're also saying, how can I help? And if they ask, how can I help? Here is how you can help. People that are long distance, I'm like, hey, you can send food through DoorDash. You can send things through Instacart. You can send me gift cards, online gift card. You can send whatever. If you want to support in that way, you can write me notes and send them in the mail. Whatever it is you want to do. You want to send me flowers, whatever you want to do there. But I am giving people the opportunity to support me by saying I need support. Does that make sense? So that's what I would recommend. If you're facing a stressful, busy time, you've got to dump all this stuff out, talk to God, and you've got to plan and get organized. You got to get rid of the things that's causing you, like, if you have to do these things, then you've got to prioritize things. So some of these are like up here and some of them are down here. Having my house clean was down here. Washing my clothes, down here. Washing the blankets, down here. Surgery appointments, up here. Getting a team organized, here. Learning about my surgery, here. Learning about recovery, here. Does that make sense? And so everything had its priority. And so right before I hit record on this video, I had to stop the washing machine because I was like, it's washing my clothes. And I'm like, we're going to stop that. We'll replay it once I finish this video. And then I'm going to go pick up the lady from the airport who's going to be with me for a week. Okay. So I hope you found this valuable. If you're listening to this, please say a prayer for me. I would appreciate it so much. If you want to support me, come to Instagram at Kia Kelly and just send me a DM and say, how can I support? And I may say Instacart, a DoorDash, a gift card, flowers, something like that, and then we'll give you the address. Okay, so no pressure, but if you want to support, I will definitely take it because I need it. All right, so thank you so much for listening and watching.